Hello everybody, hope you're having a good day. A little PSA video about the whole Pokemon pop-up situation, Pokemon Center pop-up situation in the Worlds in San Francisco that's upcoming. So for those that didn't watch my video before, shame on you, just kidding. I already warned you guys the reservation is going to be not as straightforward as it could be, as in multiple persons going to hit the same reservation that cause it to time out. That's what happened last year. The only difference is this year is much worse. So it did took me all, like I said, I was the only one in the household responsible for booking from last year, including for my husband. So he has no idea what I was dealing with last year. I did have to wait a little bit, maybe 30 minutes max, to eventually get to a reservation. But it's like less than 30 minutes, right? This year was really bad. We're talking about hours, not minutes. Everything timed out because maybe the system is not scaled to so many people hitting the website and the reservations and, getting a lock so they can write it or whatever. So it was really bad. People are also selfish. So last year I knew, I can tell you that, I knew there are people hogging up stuff. For example, hogging the reservations and no show. And I also knew there are people that are hogging the lottery. So they signed up for lottery, but they didn't get it for some reasons. As a result, people going late on a Sunday actually got the ETBs, which was a lottery item last year. They didn't win that lottery. They can get the opportunity to buy it, even though they didn't win last year's lottery, which is the ETB. I don't foresee that would be the same problem this year because, well, number one, ETB is not a lottery item. Number two, the limited lottery item, people either want it or not want it. For the most part, people probably want it, to be honest. But people either want it or not want it. It's not going to be like ETB, kind of. What happened was last year's lottery item, they didn't say what's the dimension of the product. When they just say there's a lottery item, looks cool, with not even a review of the product, actually, until like really close to the date. The thing is huge. The thing did not fit in a suitcase. Like literally, it didn't fit a suitcase, let alone hand carry. So that was what happened last year. This year is not going to be the same thing because the lottery item is going to be pretty small. Like the Stife plush is not going to be that big because Stife makes plush pretty small usually, and because this is a limited edition item, the price tag actually reflecting supposed to be the limit, how much it was limited in terms of access, not necessarily the quality of the product either. I mean, don't get me wrong, Stife makes perfect plush, like as in very high quality plush. They have very high quality plushes like that brand. The only thing why I said this, the high quality part, is because usually if there's like the higher end products, they will say what material they use. So they would say it's mohair, for example, for my Winnie the Pooh is made of mohair, because I have one of those. It has a roly-poly made of wood. It's wood and mohairs. It's like premium quality material comparatively, as compared to like, just like other stuffed animal material, kind of comparatively. Usually when they do that, or like if they have Swarovski rhinestones or whatever, they would put it clearly on the product label. This time they didn't do that. That's why I was like, it's probably just like I hate to use the word mediocre, but basically that, but just limited quantity products for the Stife. So people either want it because they kind of don't want to miss out, or they just don't want it. So I don't think there's going to be people like that will be like deciding last minute they didn't want it, because the size is not the problem here. You can hand carry that thing easily. Same thing for skateboard. People either want a skateboard because they skate or they want it as a collection, or they don't want it because they don't feel like carrying it, for what I was saying. And you can carry the skateboard easily. It can be a hand carry item for the plane. So usually people don't mind buying one because you can carry it on the flight, kind of, as compared to the big jumbo statue last year. So I don't think the lottery is going to be as much a get to pick the last bit from going on Sunday, kind of. It's literally just people cannot make reservations. Would there be more openings? I really don't know, to be honest. Usually people might be nice and they double book and they cancel, maybe. Or they might just be, I hate to think about it that way. When you register, you either pick one party of one or two, right? The party of two is not linked to a other person. It's not linked. So in theory, you can bring any ticket holder that have not been Pokemon Center in, which means in theory people can do under the paid table trade, which is really bad if you ask me. I hope it didn't come to that, but like I said, the reservation I already told you guys, it's going to be hard and it's going to be like impossible to reschedule, and that's basically kind of what it is going. If you're interested in last year's experience as a newbie, because I attended my first time last year, watch my playlist and I'll also talk about it more in the next video maybe. Anyway, until next time, have a good one, guys. Bye!